Why am I so emotional all the time? Like I always want to
You can
bawl.
be for both of us.
I bawl like a baby.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, I'm so okay. So there's so many. I don't know where to start, but I want to share. I have to share one. So, fucking awakening, and it was a good friend's husband who had a heart attack, and he's okay. He's fine. He just left the hospital today. But we also had a close friend who had the same thing. They called the Widowmaker, who didn't make it. And he was my plus one at a wedding, at another good friend's wedding. Like this is a small circle, a very small, tight circle, so it hits home. And the epiphany is that if you don't decide what you want in life and you agree to do other things and follow along and let people make decisions for you, you will be stuck doing things that you don't want. And you are saying no to the things that you want. Like I want.
But let's finish that because you said that to me earlier today too.
Yeah.
Which was powerful. If you go along and do the things that you aren't in your heart and don't serve your heart and your soul, that life will end up making decisions for you, i.e. a widowmaker for your, very good friend's husband or your plus one from a wedding. Life will make the decisions for you.
Yeah.
And let that sink in. And it is so true because at the drop of a hat, a turn on a dime, you can have a catastrophe
It's over.
that changes your world.
That's it.
Forever.
Yeah. And it was really an eye-opening experience so with this journey that Angela and I have been on, like with even down to you losing your job last December, like around the holidays. And we're at another friend who lost her job. We're at a stage in our lives where we don't have that much time left. I mean, I'm just going to say, we don't have that much time left.
It's time for a reckoning.
Yeah. And it's
the time of reckoning.
Yeah. And with all these things, and especially with like my job, I get up, I'm serving, and I love my job. I love, whatever. I don't want to.
We love our work.
But I am on the freaking hamster wheel doing what I am doing for others instead of doing for ourselves. And again, I'm supposed to be going to this convention this weekend, and my heart's not in it. And driving here today to the studio, turning onto Angela's street, I realized I'm not going because I'm going for other people. I'm not doing what I want to do in life.
Yeah.
How do we get to that point?
Yeah. And as long as we keep asking that question, the answer is there.
Yeah.
It's a decision to or not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what you're talking about.
And you've been I know you may not agree, and maybe you do. You're really good at boundaries. You are good at saying, well, I'm not going to do that. Or this past summer, we go to, Summerfest, the music festival, and you're in for like an hour and a half. And then you're like, you know what? Have a great night.
Not a good example.
That's a great
I arrived and there was a table literally filled with beers.
It was happy hour.
It was Slam Fest.
It was happy hour. Okay.
A really super happy hour. And by the time the hour was over, I was schlocked. So
we
anyway,
saw a band or two, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I was tired.
Calling for a lift, getting your Uber.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah. And some of the other girls were like, women, where'd Angela go? I'm like, she's out.
Yeah. That's right. I tap out.
Yeah. Which is good.
But, yeah. So that's like, there's a balance to be struck there where we're not losing our shit because we can't keep up with all of it.
Yeah.
Or we find that we're so unfulfilled in what we're doing that it doesn't have purpose and doesn't drive our soul.
Oh, girl, you're hitting on all cylinders right now. It doesn't serve our purpose. We are just going, we both had the same career, media. We are doing because we have to. We are doing, and I think it's a Gen X thing. I think it's women our age that are used to having kids, having a full career. It's not just, and I don't want to say, how do I always have trouble expressing myself. Okay.
You don't. You did great.
But the type of career and the demand and being super efficient at selling a lot and maintaining a book of business is in and of itself, it's not normal. It is not normal. No. It's not a 9 to 5.
No.
I'm tired of working. I'm tired of working till 8 and 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I really am. And again, now I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
What's it all for?
You do, it begs the question. There's no question that it begs that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that it's an interesting time for all this to culminate with, what happened with friends who have health issues, others losing their jobs. It is that time in our life where that's happening. The economy is in a particularly weird spot. I have another friend who just watched all of her colleagues drop like flies around her. And we know this too. Well, you maybe don't. But where I used to work, in my line of work, that was a fairly regular thing where they would just like shed people.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing from that standpoint. I called it like Hunger Games, you just kind of survival of the fittest. And then when there was too much fat around, they just like shed it around.
So was that an annual occurrence or every few years it would cycle through?
Yeah, I think sometimes twice a year, depending on the year. Yeah, it wasn't weird for it to happen. You just kind of like watched the quarterly reports and kind of read the room to see if there was a vibe going on. But it was not unusual for us to have reductions in force. Some were heftier than others, like when I was let go and was finally part of the RIFs.
Was that like, because the quantity when that happened, was it like quantity 200 got let go across the country?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I remember it being a pretty big number.
It was a big number. Yeah.
And was that before? Did that also happen historically? Because you were there. How many? Was it almost 20 years?
Yeah.
So was that historically the entire time? Like maybe even 10 years ago? They still did that kind of thing?
Okay, so it was a little bit different because we were going through mergers and acquisitions for probably 8 to 10 years, where different broadcast companies were gobbling each other up. And then all of a sudden we were bought by a print publisher, and then they sold us back to broadcast. And then the private equity firms came and really... So it was a lot of that for a while.
Okay.
And there wasn't as much of the loss of people. They were just gobbling things up. And then after that settled, then they needed to get the fat off the bone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. And I think it's a combination of that and being where we are, like you said, where we are in life, just making hard decisions and potentially, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. And jumping out of the airplane, because it feels like that. You have this kind of structure you've always known and kind of relied upon, and then deciding that, I'm just going to go make a podcast with my girlfriend. We're going to build a puppet show studio. We're looking at other ventures. If we're not doing it now, when the hell are we doing it? So that's where we land today, and have to remind ourselves that's what we're doing, because that's who we are now.
Yeah. And that part, I'm going to hesitate a little bit because we're putting it out there. We are ready. Well, we're already moving in that direction, not just with this. This developed over, I would say, the last 2 years, maybe 2 years, when we would have discussions and talk about things and then realize, wait, it's not just us. We have this perspective on life that it's very therapeutic to talk it through and we're not the only ones. And we probably have shared this, but that's the theme that keeps
Coming
bubbling
back,
up.
yeah,
That I think it's critical to kind of uncover some of this, and hopefully we're striking a chord with others that this is helpful.
A soft place to land when you hear it in your ear, that it's like, oh God, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And you're not alone.
Yeah.
That, okay, I'm not the only one going through this shit.
The torment, the torture.
Yeah.
Do you want to cover anything else today?
Yeah, I do have, what time is it? I put on my glasses.
I don't think I want to do stupid things today.
We can do stupid things this weekend.
Yeah.
Should we stop?
What time
And
is it?